Alrighty folks, welcome back to the Rise of the Golden Idol, where last time we finished chapter 2. I want to kind of remind myself a little bit, because it has been a little while since I last played. What did we end with? Was it this? Oh yeah, Lazarus Hurst turned up again. Not sure if that was the last thing we got. No, it was this, wasn't it? Turns out we won't be needing you after all, Mr. Froberg. Sorry for the short notice. Yeah, this is the person that was supposed to be serving drinks at the auction here. So what did it turn out her name was? The kind of the historian, Tessa Navari. Okay. But also Oriel Toussaint was here as well, which is interesting. And then you were working with Robbie Froberg, who's not actually Robbie Froberg, but is actually Arthur somebody. I mean, I guess my better recap would be by going to the story here. Arthur Blythe. Okay. Okie dokie. And they were just working to get all the pieces of the Golden Idol back together. Yeah, I think I didn't quite come to the conclusion when I was playing, but I definitely thought about it. It was like, are each of these gold bits part of the Golden Idol? I think they are. Does that mean that is as well? Is that something that goes inside it or something? But I think these are all bits of the Golden Idol. So then Arthur Blythe is going to steal it after doing all the work to get it here, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so how do we... I guess we go here. And then we go... How do I actually get to the next bit? Back? There we go. Chapter 3. Oh, and then we got this. Okay. So somebody was looking through binoculars, right? Okay. So it's like a hippie commune. What are you weirdos up to? Sure thing. And yeah, what's this got to do with the whole thing? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. The Machine. The story continues in Chapter 3, The Machine, in which an extrakinetic investigation yields terrifying results. An extrakinetic? Interesting. What does that mean? Is it like telekinetic, but more general? Or not? Are we starting at the end of the story again? Is this going to be like part 1, part 2, part 3, but we're starting in part 3? Ignition. A dangerous technology is unleashed. Okay. Here we go. Another scene. There's another room as well. We appear to be in some kind of like storage space, or just like the back rooms of an office or something. Reminder of OPIG's zero alcohol policy. We will not have another Reynolds fiasco. OPIG, wasn't that the bank on the credit card? No testing. Awaiting board approval. Stay behind caution tape. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately. Dress warm. Is it because of the whatever test they're doing? But wasn't OPIG... Hold on, I want to go check that. It would be garden retreat. Was it just on you? OPIG Inc. Credit card. Okay. Curious. So lab has been cold. Can't interact with the phone. Is this pen leaking? It looks like it's leaking. What's that, like a fingerprint? Looks like a fingerprint. It's just in the ink from the pen. Well, maybe somebody's intentionally done that to leave a fingerprint behind. Oh, okay. So this is the first time I'm recording after people have pointed this out. But I mean, I literally can't hear it. I mean, I can if I like pay attention. But the sound that this makes, or if you're listening on a phone or a tablet or something with speakers that like tend to accentuate higher pitches and less and lower pitches, this is really audible, and I hadn't realized, and it's totally possible I'm still not going to realize, because I can, with my headphones that I think are pretty good headphones, this is like barely audible. It's like a very quiet sound, but I'm going to try when I notice it to click on this just to pop it up. I'm not going to look at the interface, get rid of the thing, I'm not going to look at it. I don't know what it's asking for. But it's gone now. The sound is gone. Apologies if I still miss it, but if I do miss it, I'll do what I've been doing on the previous videos, which is like equalizing the game audio to get rid of those higher pitches. Anyway, I'll try and avoid it if I can. There's another print on those glasses. Anything else to note? That's just the nose pad. A book titled Primary Sources Studies, Lemuria. Like, I was wondering, is this like the back of a, is it a university or something? Because you're a professor, we know that much. And you're a professor of Lemurian history, I think. Primary Sources Studies, Lemuria, 1200, 1300, okay. A book titled Lemurian Cultural Investigation. Okay. Book titled The Archaeological Sites of Xenopolis. Okay. And does that imply that this is your locker? I mean, you do wear glasses, but you've already got glasses. Do you have extra pairs? Maybe those are like lab glasses or something. Like goggles-ish. They're not really goggles, but whatever. Leonard Graves, How to Make Friends, Keep Them and Use Them. Okay. From the author of Caught Them Off Guard. We've got another fingerprint there, I believe. An impression left in orange powder. From the author of Caught Them Off Guard. How to Make Friends, Keep Them and Use Them. Now that I've read that, I'm struggling to remember the name of the book that is parodying. How to... Oh, I can't even remember. But it's definitely a parody. Be ready on the 18th of June. What's this here? Whatever it is, it's not visible on the outside of the locker. So I was thinking, like, is it hanging over the top? But no. We've got the Harmony Foundation logo. Thanks for reminding me of the name. Enter a state of true harmony. Repair your emotional divides. Okay. Be ready on the 18th. Okay. Jack. It's Jack's jacket. A book titled Organic Chemistry, 3rd edition. Okay, got chemistry. A book titled Key Mechanical Theory. That could still be chemistry. Need both hands to complete circuit. Oh gosh, yeah, okay. They are reassembling the golden oil, aren't they? It's going to be like wired up, but with just the bit that you can set the spell with. High conductivity. Structural elements provide support, no effect on operation. Yeah, okay. So like the stuff that's holding it all together. Need both hands to complete circuit. Need both hands. So this is obviously the thing you turn to set what spell is going to happen, and then the button. That's probably instead of the lever on the back. Okay. Curious. Overqualified, ignored. Our seminars will activate your true potential, exposing you to a new world of corporate opportunity. Crawley leadership training. Okay. Dr. Westlake, thank you for once again bringing your concerns to the board. This is June 2nd, 1975. Oh gosh, I've really lost track of like when things are. I might go and find out now. Hold on. When was the first scene? Okay, that's something I want to know, because this is you, apparently. Is this... So this, I'm going to assume this is in the future. Even though I think you look younger here than you do in the other one. I mean, you look scruffier, but to me you look younger. Did we have a date here at all? 1977. Yeah, okay. So this is later. This is a couple of years after. And when was the garden retreat? Maybe something. Oh, maybe you say? No. Why would the radio say what year it is? The calendar? 74. Okay. Okay. So the year after that. All right. Okie dokie. Back to, no, not to that. To this. Thank you for once again bringing your concerns to the board. Again, we've taken the professionalism of our managerial staff seriously and have taken your complaint into consideration. However, we courteously remind you that it is inappropriate to publicly accuse a direct superior of workplace intoxication. Wow. Okay. What a great reporting structure you've got set up here. Mr. Suspender expects a formal apology. You just simply cannot accuse your superiors of doing anything. Mr. Spender expects a formal apology. So Spender's the superior and is being accused of being intoxicated at work. No further follow-up is required. Sincerely, Nathan Hoyle, Board President. Okay. Manager and Board President inspection on the 18th. Okay, 18th. Manager and Board President inspection on the 18th. Unlock lab door. They won't have active swipe cards. Oriole looking into precise origin of parts. Jack to clean glassware. Right, so this is later than they collected the pieces. So somehow the pieces have all ended up here. Or some of them have. Oh, they didn't have the spell rolling bit. Jack to clean glassware. Ooh. Lab staff reduced by 1. Eugene now on janitorial duties, thank God. Interesting. So you've got this note. So obviously I'm going to have to identify whose thing belongs to who. This is Jack, presumably. Unless he's stolen your coat. This could be Eugene, possibly. I'm going to have to identify whose fingerprint is whose as well. But they may not, like, it could be somebody else's fingerprint on this book. Okay. Mistlands Lake. Finest whiskey. Okay, we've got another fingerprint on the whiskey. What else is going on here? What's that? Not sure. I feel like that's going to be important. Are they like vials or something? And then there's that, which is just the bottom of these. But also, what are those? That might make sense as well soon. What's in these boxes? Storage boxes labeled Harmony Foundation. Okay, that was just this thing. Okay, boxes from the Harmony Foundation. Who was it that had the Harmony Foundation book here? Be ready on the 18th. Leonard Graves. Okay. Cleaning supplies. I have cheesy corn chips. Okay, so some of these fingerprints are going to be from that. They look red. Although I'd expect a more orangey thing for a cheesy thing. I guess I'm just thinking of What's-Its. I want to say What's-Its, I don't mean What's-It. I mean the brand What's-Its. This is chaos. I hope this is the right fire extinguisher. I should really have my reading glasses. Okay. Other pair of glasses. Extra physical laboratory. Okay. Access card. Extra physical. Extra kinetic. That's everything here, I think. What's going on in the lab then? I'm going to assume this is the lab. Yep. Oh dear. Okay, you're having a bad time. Everybody seems to be having a bad time. What's going on here? A fingerprint. I mean, are you suggesting that that is from your hand? Could it have been somebody else beforehand? Do you have something on your fingers that's like leaving the mark as well? Testing approved. Marie, Tim, stop bickering so we can talk budget. Why would you be saying that while somebody's on fire? Stop bickering so we can talk budget. Okay. Let's go to the bickering. So you're presumably Marie. I saw you touch the machine. You're sabotaging my work. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. Astrophysical laboratory. Okay. The animations in this game are so weird and interesting. Like, I think there's some amount of, like... I think it might all be, like, warping. As in, like, they've selected the region and they've kind of stretched it and shrunk it. It's definitely a weird visual. I love it. Is there anything else I can tell from this? With a red nose. and green eyeshadow. You're blaming me? I vouched for you. I said you could handle this, but you can't even control your team. Okay, they're doing this while this person's on fire. Lovely. Let's look at the stuff up here first. Okay, another one. What are we going to have to do with all this? 100 mil, 200 mil, 250 mil. 230 mil, in fact, not 50. I mean, those look like they're the same distance apart, but I guess because the thing gets thinner, it would be less. But like that much less? 70 mil less? Dr. Novak, lab notes though, the guy outside. No, not the guy outside. Wait, I'm getting mixed up between my people. No, different person. Okay, so we have Isaac Novak here as well. As well as... Wait, but hold on. Isn't Isaac Novak dead? What's the timeline on that? When was this? Do we have any sense of when? I mean, similar time to this. This is probably the better one to get a year from. When was this? 1977. Okay, so we've been jumping all over the place. Okay. So this is later. Okay, cool. So yeah, Isaac Novak. This is potentially pre the Red Curse stuff. As in, the one I'm on now. I'm glad it remembers which scene I was on. So Dr. Novak lab notes. Device function unknown. Unknown. Danger equals question mark. Interesting that there's like no punctuation when there's a capital D. Metals identified. High reactivity and conductivity. Dr. Toussaint says parts Lemurian in origin. Fully reconstructed, ready to test. No test before board approval. Danger potentially high. So this is probably the 18th is when this is. 18th of June. Okay, MW. We probably had a... what was your surname? It was on here. Westlake. That could add up. M. Dr. Novak. Lab notes. Mr. Marmot. Marmot? Probably Marmot. Relegated. Laboratory access card revoked. Okay, so you're the person who's become the janitor. He might be incompetent, but his fumbling did more than we've been allowed to. Interesting. So the fumbling ended up doing something that they weren't allowed to do, but it actually taught them something. I wish I could do follow-up testing, but I could only record my observations from a distance. Okay. Is it going to be you if you've been fumbling around again? I guess let's look at you. This wasn't supposed to... Ow! Okay, probably wasn't supposed to happen. Such power, fascinating. I think that's shut it down. Okay, you have an access card as well. You don't have an access card. You do. You don't. These feel like board members in their suits. You don't have one, so you're probably the one who's had your card revoked, maybe. An instant camera, okay. The camera on you. Were there any photos in the lockers? I think there were. Yes, there were. Okay. Okay, probably you taking those photos there. Not necessarily, but probably. Unless there's something to suggest that somebody's passing the camera around, then I'm going to assume it was you. Or unless there's anything that contradicts that. Okay. Why are they at an angle? Like in the actual thing, didn't they just lined up? Another fingerprint. I mean, those three are lit up, I guess. Do I have to go remind myself like what the spells do? I mean, I guess this one is one that creates fire. Was that one of the spells? Another fingerprint. Oh, how long has that been there? Oh, probably just when I click that, right? So I'm going to click it and not look at what's going on. Okay, it's gone. Hopefully just from when I click that. Yeah, okay. Alright. And that's, yeah, that's like the front of the golden idol. But and they do have a crystal, but maybe it's probably the right crystal because they've stolen it. Though they don't know it's stolen, I guess, presumably. So I have all the words and the spots. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So what is there to figure out? I guess who's who. We'll do that first. So you, we're assuming you are the person with the camera. What can we work out about you? Jack? Somebody. Jack somebody. You've got orange powder. I mean, could it just be the lighting that makes those look red? It could be. They're kind of orangish. Oh, so whoever's cleaning. Ah, okay. So the guy who's Marmot, which I'm assuming is you. So then we think that's you. No, who was it? Was it you? Yes. How to make friends, keep them, and use them. And you've got this as well. Be ready. There's something secret going on here. Something sneaky. Be ready on the 18th. Somebody's stuck that there. Has the person whose locker this is stuck it there, or somebody else? Be ready. These are the reading glasses. They've got a fingerprint on them, probably from the person who wears them. It's unlikely somebody else would be touching the glasses. And this is definitely your thing. What were you saying about the extinguisher? Okay, just whether it's the right one. So we know who you are. So, Oriole, Toussaint, Jack, somebody. This is just clean glassware. So obviously this is not. So Eugene Marmot, E.M. Manager and board presidents. That's the two men in suits. Unlock lab, they don't have active swipe cards. So we've got Westlake, Dr. Westlake. So this will be, yeah, this will be, this will be Marie, because we know who this is, we know who this is, so this is Marie, okay. So, MW, it was MW, wasn't it? Okay, Marie Westlake. Mr. Spender, so Jack Spender? That's the only surname we don't have, right? Is that true? What was your surname? Yeah, we just had it on here. Eugene Marmot. Marie Westlake. Jack Spender is most likely. And then Oriole Toussaint. This is interesting. I mean, it could be accidental. Could just be entirely accidental. It's blue ink. Who's written something in blue ink? That's worth checking. None of that was readable. What about on here? Okay, this is all in blue ink. Okay, what was this again? Reminder of OPIC's zero alcohol policy. We will not have another Reynolds fiasco, and it was you saying about Reynolds. Yep. So you've got a thing against Reynolds, whoever that is. No testing. Awaiting. Why is it the same name as the bank? Does the bank have a research facility? No testing, awaiting board approval. Stay behind caution tape. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately. Dress warm. What was the name of the organization here? CEO, IKF. Yeah, okay, separate thing. No testing, awaiting board approval, stay behind caution tape. So, was there tape? Well, yes, on the floor. Stay behind caution tape. Okay. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately, dressed warm. Because it was presumably set up to extract heat. And now it's done the opposite, because the spells are always in pairs, right? Now it's creating heat, alright. But surely it wouldn't happen without somebody pressing the button, but maybe somebody has been pressing the button. So this is probably her fingerprints. Okay, cool. I also want to look in more detail at this. I feel like it probably wants me to figure something out from this in some way. This has fingerprints on it. Okay, I think it's going to be hard to like follow the story of this without doing the fingerprint part of it. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more time and then do the fingerprint part, because then it will probably make it a bit easier to track who was who with the fingerprints. Like otherwise, I mean, I could do it with notes, I guess, but like, am I actually going to look at these fingerprints? And I mean, maybe I should do this. Can I figure it out based on what the fingerprint looks like? Oh gosh, but okay, hold on. So that has the bit that goes up and a little triangle there. This has that as well, but the other way round. But that could be fingers on opposite hands. Because I think fingerprints are usually symmetric. I'm looking at my own fingers now to see if that's true. Are they? I can barely see my fingerprints. I think so. Like roughly, not like perfectly. Okay, and then there's this one that is like, just like a hill, with like an eye at the bottom of the hill. Have we seen that anywhere else? I mean, I'd expect your fingerprint to be on stuff. But that's that one, okay. The triangle, okay. Maybe I should try and figure out as much of this as I can. This looks more like the hill. Your glasses, what do they have on them? A circle. Okay, they're very different looking fingerprints. So maybe I should do this without doing the thing. Okay, I'm going to write it down. So we've got a one that's like got a thing up to the side and a triangle shape next to it. Then we've got the hill with the eye at the bottom. Then we've got this one, which is like a circular one. And there's probably another one somewhere. So the circular one, I think, is Mr. Toussaint. What was his first name? Oriel. The hill appears to be Marie Walk something. Westlake, not Walk something. Westlake. We also know board president. President is Nathan Hoyle. Is that a name we've seen? Nathan Hoyle. Like other than here, of course. Mr. Spender, so that's Jack Spender, which is I think the fingerprint we're missing. Yeah, because the other one we've got is Eugene Marmot. Okay, so then we've got Jack. Is it Jack? Yeah, Jack's jacket. Jack Spender, who's presumably like lab lead or something, like a lab manager. And we're missing your fingerprint currently. Where else do we have fingerprints on this? Oh, whiskey. Okay. Oh, but you've also got that. Uh-oh. So that seems to match. No, not the hill. This one. Although, So the triangle's on the left. Triangle's on the right. They're very similar other than that though. Okay, I need some more examples. So Marie has aspirations. Okay, more examples, more examples. Sure there were some, right? You can't even control your team. I vouch for you. I mean, does that mean the team you manage? Are you the manager? Are you drinking whiskey? Is that why you have a red nose? Have I mixed people up somehow? Jack to clean glassware. Oh, but manager, lab manager, manager. Mr. Spender. Nathan Hoyle. Dr. Westlake. Wait, but... Oh, so this is crumpled up on the shelf. Hold on, why am I getting mixed up here? What's the thing going on? Is there any more clue about you? The camera. The camera, and that is this. Jack somebody. And it was... Mr. Spender expects a formal apology. Do we have... I mean, maybe one of these is Mr. Spender? Or Tim. We have a Tim. Let's write down that. Tim. Nathan Hoyle's the other one. Oh, I've already got them. Okay. Tim somebody. That could be Tim Spender. Do I have another surname? I presumably do somewhere. Oh. Wait, but we have a Novak. Wait. How do I fit Novak into this? Isn't it a team of 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. But then maybe there's the extra person? Am I getting the wrong number of people here? MW. Marie Westlake, yes. Dr. Toussaint. Mr. Marmot, relegated. Laboratory access card revoked. Any I mean, you're wearing a lab coat though, so you don't seem to be the cleaner. So who's the cleaner here? But the stuff is here, the cleaning equipment is here. His fingerprint is this. I mean, okay, so we have another fingerprint. Let me write it down at least. I might have mixed up whose goes with whose. So this one's kind of like a wave. So that matches, so on here, are they subtly different to each other? There's this one that's like not a wave shape. And then there's, no. Those are very similar, just flipped. Whereas out here, That's the hill. That's the same as that's on that button out there. That's the circular one. Circular one is extremely recognizable. Again, it's just a... So I'm not seeing the wave one in many places. Wait, but so okay, so we know it's that because the orange powder, that'll definitely be from the cheese things. That's the only one that's roughly like that. And so that is you. I need to like make a kind of like a what do you call it? Like a detective evidence board thing, and just like draw lines between things that are like connected in some way. This appears to be the cleaner. Whoever's doing the cleaning now. Cleaning supplies. Is there any orange residue here? Not really. I think that's just... Oh, I don't know. Maybe? I think that's just the colour of the button though, right? Maybe? So this has been changed from decrease heat to increase heat. By somebody intentionally or somebody fumbling around. Be ready. Do they just mean be ready for the inspection, I guess? So you must have been standing in front of it. Were you expecting just to get, like, to feel cold? Or something? For something to get colder, but it set you on fire instead? There's the camera. Fully reconstructed. Let's look at this again. Okay, yeah, all the little golden bits are connected. I like that there's like one thing I really like in like the case of the Golden Idol, the Rise of the Golden Idol, is that there is a magical thing, but they're like deconstructing it, so it becomes like a kind of less magical feeling, even though it definitely like under all this, like it's gonna have to be magical because like, what's the explanation otherwise? But by pulling it apart, it turns it into its own system. It makes it kind of feel more like a real thing that has limitations and all that kind of stuff. It's like the difference between, like I kind of hate it when stories just introduce magic. It's like, oh, okay, this person died, but then they came back alive because magic. But it's like way more interesting if there's like a magic rule, like a magic system with rules, and maybe it can bring people back alive, but it has trade-offs and can only be used in certain ways, and then there's more of a system to it, and it makes more sense. What's going on? What's that there? There's like something next to the button. It's not very visible, but I can't see that here. That's weird. That's really weird. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, we've got another print on here. So I had put that as Marie Westlake. Do we have two M's? No, so MW is Marie Westlake. If only your cards had your names on them. Is Reynolds a name that I need to assign to something? The Reynolds pitch all over again. Can't even control your team, and you're not in our lab codes. What would that mean? That would mean locker 4. Yeah, I mean, and I already thought this was, yeah, Marie Westlake. So maybe it's Tim Spender? Okay, and that's the manager. Okay. Tim Spender. Because the people who are inspecting are Manager and board president. Okay. And they don't have cards. Is there anything about how you look that I could use? You can't even control your team. I vouch for you. Wait, but then that doesn't add up with the accusations of drinking. Unless there's a lie here. Take professionals of our managerial team. Taking your complaint into consideration. I think the implication of you having her having a red nose might be that she's drinking. But then maybe that's a distraction. However, we courteously remind you that it's inappropriate to publicly accuse a direct superior of workplace intoxication. Mr. Spender expects a formal apology. Yeah, maybe it's a red herring. A literal red herring. Crawley leadership training. Our seminars will activate your true potential, exposing you to a new world of corporate opportunity. Okay, we've got 4 lockers. Okay, I need to like connect things better. We've got a bunch of names, which may or may not be right because I've got Spender next to 2 people right now. Okay, this is the point. This is the point where I should go through each clicky thing again, and tidy up some of my notes. So I'm going to write down. Okay. Okay, I'm also going to draw the 4 lockers. So I've got 4 squares, which are the lockers. And then we're going to do the fingerprints again. So we've got the hill. We've got the one that's kind of like a wave, which I've like barely seen. And then one that's less like a wave, but is kind of still like asymmetric in that sense, and has the triangle next to it. Then the one that is just the circle. We know who that is for sure. And then potentially more. Okay. Okay, let's click through. Reminder of OPIC's zero alcohol policy. We will not have another Reynolds fiasco. No testing, awaiting board approval. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately, dress warm. I mean, I think I know why. And whoever wrote that has got this fingerprint. They're writing down the no alcohol thing. So whoever did that is the Hill. Okay, no alcohol. That's the Hill. So connect those 2 things together. Sorry, you can't see my whiteboard, but I have to imagine it. Almost certainly. I mean, it's the circle. It's almost certainly Oriole Toussaint. Okay. Who else would touch your glasses? And that's your stuff, yeah. And you've also mentioned that you have other glasses. So this is clearly the cheese. What's it? Now the problem is this just asymmetric? Because yeah, I think it is. This is not the wave one. This is the. So this makes me think this must be Eugene Marmot, because the things are in. Yeah, it's got to be. You're not misleading me there, are you? So that's the non-wave one. Okay. Okay. I'm slightly concerned that... be ready. I'm slightly concerned that maybe the wave one and the other one are not supposed to actually look different. Be ready. Be ready. Be ready. Like, this is like implying something. We should also look at the rest of the scene. Like, what are these dots on the floor? And is this your letter? You've scrunched it up. Okay, you've scrunched it up because, yeah, okay. But have I got the wrong person here? But no, it's Marie Wesley. We know that, don't we? MW. We don't have another W. No. Jack to clean glassware. So the glassware has this fingerprint on it, which is the person who wrote the no alcohol thing. Jack. So yeah, presumably you've cleaned that and it's got your fingerprint on it because you were the last one to clean it. Okay. But I've got your name as Spender, but I've also got Tim Spender, so I'm not sure which of those is right. Where's Dr. Novak in this? I'm confused about that, for sure. Do we know what Dr. Novak looks like? Testing approved. Marie Tim, stop bickering so we can talk budget. It's kind of odd that this conversation is happening while this person's on fire. Can't even control his heat. So you touched the machine. You're sabotaging my works. The Reynolds pitch all over again. So she thinks the experiment has been sabotaged. That's Marie Westlake. It's so hard to be certain about stuff. The whiskey has the non-wave thing on it, which is Eugene's thing. That doesn't add up though. Oh, well, except Eugene would throw it away as the cleaner. Oh, there's got to be details I'm missing here. There's got to be details I'm missing. Unlock lab door. Okay, so this piece of paper with the tape around the outside. I mean, it's different to this. This does have tape around the outside. Be ready. 18. It's like it's like somebody's conspiring in some way, but I haven't figured out any of that. June the 2nd, 1975. And it's currently June 18th, okay. So it's been a while. Board President, Nathan Hoyle. Oriel looking into precise origin of parts. There's so many details. Need both hands to complete circuit. But isn't it connected with wires? Need both hands to complete circuit. But maybe you do need to be like touching this while touching that at the same time. This is clearly an important detail that I need to focus on more. So you're definitely Jack, but what is your surname? Jack's jacket. Chemistry. I mean, you've got a slightly red nose as well. Was somebody... Okay, so the fingerprint that's on here... Okay, I need both hands. Okay, it's definitely doing a thing where the fingerprint's flipped, for sure. So this fingerprint matches that fingerprint, but flipped. So somebody has touched those two things while somebody was pushing this button? Something like that? And that one is you. So you've pressed the button, and I think you... We're touching the two things. Why were you doing that? Why were you touching the two things? That wasn't supposed to... Oh. Somebody else has changed this, though? Or... I don't know. Why are these misaligned? Why are they not in a row? That is kind of weird, isn't it? They are lit up though. Because like what I'm imagining here is that this would have a window over it, right? And then you show 3. But in the first game, they were in a line. Yeah, these are lit up, not in a line. What else have we got? Were you just like connecting them because you need to complete the circuit, and then you press the button? What did it say specifically on this thing? Need both hands to complete circuits. High conductivity. So that is, yeah, that's the crystal floating front. Structural elements provide support, no effect on operation. Both hands, one hand. Organic chemistry, Jack. That's you. That's you, totally you. With the camera. Okay. Well, then that means I've assigned every fingerprint except the wave one. Where do I see the wave? On the door? On the door. I know that if I looked at the panel, I'd like know whether this is meant to be the same or not. But that looks different, right? It like goes over and then back around. Like it's like it goes down then back around like a wave. That is different to this that just goes up and down. It doesn't go down and back. I mean, I can't really see it fully there, but yes, it does not wave. It's a different one. This is 100% a different fingerprint. It's a wavy one. It basically has this bit here, this little extra triangle, whereas the other one does not have the extra triangle. I mean, you can't see it, but it wouldn't. Like, you can see where the lines are going. It wouldn't have an extra triangle. I guess we can see that even better on here. How to make friends, keep them, and use them. Like, why do you have this book? I mean, just because you're working on self-improvement. Oh, look, it's an arrow. There's going to be something sneaky hidden in something here, isn't there? But have you just touched this because you've put it away for somebody? From the author of Caught Them Off Guard. Like, you might have just put this away rather than this being your locker. What is this blue thing? It's something. It's something. So, Jack's locker? Okay, let's pair people up with lockers. Definitely Jack's locker, the third one. Definitely Oriel's locker, the first one. So then we just have second and fourth to represent either Eugene. Where is Dr. Isaac Novak in all this? I'm confused. Thank you for once again bringing your consists to the board. Dr. Wesley, that has to be Marie, MW. We take professional managerial staff seriously. Direct superior of workplace intoxication. We'll suspend explicit formal apology. Are you trying to like, is it false? Oh, there's a conspiracy going on that I don't understand. There's something. We're looking into precise origin of parts, Jack to clean glassware. And I'm liking trying to figure it out. But just okay, you also have the Harmony Foundation stuff. Pay your emotional divides. So whoever's this is maybe trying to manipulate people. Pay your emotional divides. Be ready. Like, part of me thinking, is this Marie Westlake's locker? And somehow... Oh, it doesn't make sense, does it? Five staff reduced by one. Like, and whoever's made this note is not one of these three. So it's Marie. So this is Marie's locker. It has to be. Overqualified, ignored. So confused. And why are you wearing lab equipment? You can't be the cleaner. I mean, it depends when you were demoted. Maybe you only got that uniform. Where's Dr. Novak in this picture? Okay, maybe I should start doing names and fingerprints in the actual panels. Just scared I'm missing some important details. I saw you touch the machine. You're sabotaging my work. Are you trying to get this guy fired? You're blaming me. I vouched for you. I said you could handle this, but you can't even control your team. Talk budget. This is the wave. So what do I need to think about with regards to... There's no keycard pad or anything. Like, so what are they saying in terms of... Because they've left the lock open, right? To allow this. So they were going to come and inspect, but why are they in here doing stuff? It's on the 18th. It's on the 18th. Oh, I'm missing details. What am I missing? What am I... Mistlands Lake, finest whiskey. Yeah, the thing is, like, this is just rubbish being thrown away. So the fact that this fingerprint on there, which is Eugene's fingerprint, I don't think is actually relevant. OPEC zero alcohol policy. And we think this is... Who do we think this is? The Hill. So we think this is Jack. Do you have blue on your finger? I can't see your finger. Any interesting details? I don't think so. Any interesting details? Your eyebrows have lines through them. You're on fire. That's an interesting detail. Any interesting details? Any interesting details? Well, this could be, like, surely there'd be loads of fingerprints on this. Unless there's, like, somebody's put their hand in something and it's left a particular mark. Whoever's cleaning. Well, is it whoever's cleaning has got these, or is whoever cleaning... No, yeah, they would have thrown them away if they just found them. What are these 2 bits of wood, or whatever it is? Is that a clue to something? I don't know what it would be. Is there a difference between the photos and the... Ooh, that's something interesting to note. So this is connected off this way. It's got a bit sticking up like that, bit sticking up like that, bit sticking out like that. Button, red wire, grey wire. Structural elements provide support. What is that thing up there? Can't quite tell. Worth noting, so these are not lit. Are they in the same positions? I think. So the non-dot at the top. Non-dot at the top. Yeah, non-dot at the top. What about everything else? The kind of key shape and the J shape. Yeah, same positions. So are these just... Like, how does this work? I think the whole time I've been thinking of these as like dials, but there's only 2 options here, right? Like increase or decrease. So maybe you just switch between the 2 modes. I mean, it looks pretty much the same. Okay, let's start doing some... Names come later, curiously. Let's start doing the prints, I guess. Okay. We have 6 prints, but some of them are repeats, I guess. Is that what we're saying? But I don't have names yet. Surely I should do names first. Let's do names first. I guess I don't have to do them in the order they're on here. But then aren't we missing a name? No, we've got Nathan Hoyle, Tim somebody. Okay, I'm missing a surname. Hold on. Let's try and figure that out before we... Obviously I could look at the names, but I want to figure it out from this. I'm missing a surname. Where have we got a surname that I haven't used? Because if you spend it twice... What was the name on this book? It just doesn't say, oh, Leonard Graves. Reynolds Fiasco. I mean, Reynolds is a surname, but I don't think it, because you wouldn't just be saying it. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. I mean, maybe you're Tim Reynolds? It's the Reynolds pitch. Where else did Reynolds come up? There was another place. Oh, I mean, on that board, right? We will not have another Reynolds Fiasco. Okay, okay. So you are being accused of drinking on the job. The red nose is a red herring? But the hill is Jack, whatever your surname is. So we think it's Tim Reynolds. Does that end up adding up? Does that end up adding up? Why am I looking at that stuff? Awaiting board approval. And who are the people president of the board and manager? They won't have active swipe cards. You have a swipe card. You don't. You don't. You do. You don't. Because you're Eugene? But why are you in that lab coat? Be ready. What is that blue thing? I'm really confused about this blue thing. What on earth is that? I feel like I'm missing like a cool hidden clue somewhere. So is Eugene... If this is Eugene... So, okay, this is your complaint about Tim Reynolds. And you scrunched up because it didn't work. Overqualified, ignored. Are you trying to like work your way up by getting rid of Reynolds? Wait, hold on, no, hold on. Mr. Spender expects a formal apology. No, nothing's adding up. But that is just a sign that there's something I'm not understanding about, like a lie or something. Yeah, so somebody's not telling the whole truth. But who? Dr. Westlake, that is Marie Westlake. You've complained about Mr. Spender. But, so there's some previous case. Reynolds. The Reynolds fiasco. Is Reynolds here or not? Storage boxes labeled Harmony Foundation. So all this stuff's been sent from the Harmony Foundation. Be ready. Be ready. For what? On the 18th, be ready. Has somebody else stuck this here to communicate this to you? Be ready. I mean, who was ready? Nobody was ready. You weren't ready. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. What do you mean by the Reynolds pitch? I think you're saying your name's Reynolds. But then this complaint is about... I guess the Reynolds fiasco is maybe a previous event? Mr. Spender. And the reason I don't think the second guy here is the president is because testing approved and this person's vouching for the team, and you'd only vouch upwards, right, in the hierarchy. What isn't adding up here? I need to figure it out. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. You're blaming me? Is that him saying that? I mean, that bit is the blaming. But are you? Is this? It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. What? It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. Like that doesn't necessarily mean that you're Reynolds. That could mean that you did something similar to Reynolds, or you did something to help Reynolds. You're pointing at the thing. What's up with your nose? And your eyes. But is that just because you're having a bad time, or...? We've also got Novak. Is Novak in our list of words? It is. We don't have Isaac, so we're probably not putting... Okay. But then why do you have lab notes? I mean, I guess you just might not be in the scene, but... Oh, this is the right fire extinguisher. Oh gosh, this is confusing. This is like finest whiskey. Yeah, this is just glass that's been thrown away. There's a fingerprint there, whoever wrote these. Is there anything else that's blue? Not blue. Not blue. So your reading glasses. Method identified. gosh, this is a confusing one. This is a really confusing one. I can't even figure out people's names properly. Like, I'm not confident. Marie Tim. Definitely. And then, so you're Nathan Hoyle. I mean, that's the other reason why you're the president and not the... Yeah, okay, so Tim. Tim who? Like, I don't get this. It's got to be Tim Spender, right? Publicly accused a direct superior. But how many superiors are there here? I don't get the hierarchy. Managerial staff. Is that like, is the team lead a manager? Could be. Depends how they like name things. I think the implication is probably then that Tim is the managerial staff, but that makes it Tim Spender. So then who the heck is Reynolds? And if Jack's not Reynolds, which I have no reason to believe Jack is Reynolds, then what's Jack's surname? I don't have another name. Except, wasn't there one? I'm not sure I do have another name. Let's put in the names that I know. Okay, so Marie Westlake. Wait, what was the name of the... Hold on. Mistlands Lake. Okay. Marie Westlake. You seem to be almost certainly Nathan Hoyle. I know you are. You're Oriel Toussaint. Then we've got these folks. I mean, I guess there's 12. There's exactly enough things for 12 names here, so... Wait, but we have Novak as well. We don't have an Isaac. Do we have a Jack Novak? A Tim Novak? Yeah, there's exactly enough... Wait, okay. That's the important piece of information. Are you a Novak? Is it not Isaac Novak? Or is... No, it's definitely not Isaac because we don't have an I. Do we know... What do we know about... Hold on. Hold on. Are you just literally... Wait. It's you! Okay, here we go. I know we haven't been close lately, but I had to come and support my cousin. Don't worry about the closed casket. Your father was a great scientist of the modern age, and I will assure you his legacy lives on. You work in the lab. Jack! Novak, we've had you! Okay, it's just been too long since I did that chapter. There we go. Jack Novak. That sorts out the... So Reynolds isn't in... Is it even one of the names we've got? It's not. Okay. It's funny how my choice of not looking at the words affects my ability to solve the thing. But I got there. I mean, I did use the fact that there were 12 names worth of words. So I used that bit of information. Okay, so Tim Spender. Jack Novak. Oh, if only I'd remembered Jack Novak. I did not remember you at all. But okay. Okay, that makes things add up. Okay, and then given that, I'm going to look at some of the stuff that I was confused on before, because it might make more sense now. Is it Tim Marmot? I think so. No, Tim Spender. And then Eugene Marmot. Cool. Okay, let's look at some of the stuff again. So, who were you accusing? Mr. Spender. Okay. Which may or may not be true. That is the same fingerprint that's on here. There. It's just the other hand. I mean, two people might have very similar fingerprints. We know who you are. So I'm still a little... So this is Jack Novak. Good to know. Be ready. Do I know any of these other characters? Have I seen them before? I don't think I've seen you before. I don't think I've seen you before. Okay. Okay. So that's the Novaks, not Isaac Novak. Jack Novak. I think I confused myself as well because I looked at the date of Isaac Novak dying and I was like, oh, it's in the future. And I was like, oh, okay, so that adds up. Fine. This can be Isaac Novak, but it's a different Novak. So presumably this is Marie's locker. But I don't think this is Marie. So even though it's you talking about the workplace intoxication, we will not have another Reynolds fiasco. So Reynolds is some previous person that was drinking at work. And then... well, I guess we don't know when this was written. Maybe she's like had the idea of being like... She's trying to get rid of this guy. Did you... Okay, what's Isaac Novak's like? What's the... These two bits of the story are not connecting yet, are they? Fully. Like, you're connected to the weird organization. I mean, you don't have a card, so you're definitely, yeah. I mean, so I don't have any doubts about who you are. And you would have been, okay, the other thing is that since you have to press that thing and that thing, you would have been in front of the laser, whereas you were just pressing the button with, can I tell which finger? Is it possible to tell which hand you were using? Not with yours. I mean, that's definitely your thing, that you're standing there, you're in this argument. Okay, okay. That is what I had. So that means that you wrote the note. Jack Novak wrote the note. And just separately, you were complaining about Mr. Spender drinking? Publicly accuse. I think we move on to the prints. Okay, we have names, so we can just use these two. No, sorry, this one. So I think you or you. I think the wavy one. Why did I think it was her? Let's not put it in yet. This one, what is that on? But don't I think that one and that one are the same person? Eugene? Are there duplicates here, or are they all separate people? Because like that and that are very similar as well. I guess that one's pointier. Ooh, there's two things there. Ah. That one is pointier, that's true. So that's probably Jack. Okay, okay, okay. I'm still a bit confused about this one and this one. They just look like opposites to me. Do they not? Where even is that one? I can't see it. No. What is it that I'm looking at there? Is it it's the whiskey, isn't it? Okay. It's that kind of shape, triangle there, like that. And then the one I'm saying it's similar to is... Can I keep both of these up at the same time? I don't think I can. It's this one. There's not a lot of detail there, though. It does just look like the opposite of that, though. Like, that looks the same as... hold on, which way around was it? Triangle on the right. That. They do look the same. And also, are you trying to imply that just because your hand is next to it, it's your fingerprint? This is the wave one. I feel like there's maybe not enough information in this to feel good about it. I mean, that probably just means I'm missing something. I can't tell whether you're expecting me to say these are different people or not, or is that the trick? Because those two look like the same fingerprints. I mean, slightly different, I guess. So maybe it's this, and then... Tim Spender? But my argument was that, like, oh, well, your fingerprint could be on this because you're the janitor, you would be throwing that away. So then I think... Who wrote the blue thing? Ah! The Reynolds pitch. I still don't even really understand that sentence. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately, dressed warm. So this would be one of the lab people. I mean, this could be... What, who do we have left? Should I take it as that is just your fingerprint? Like, I don't love that it's just like, oh, because it's next to your hands. Because your hand isn't there. Your hand is there. It could just be somebody else's fingerprint. But is that what you're implying? And these two look so similar that I'm a bit confused. And then that leaves the blue one being... I mean, that would make sense with you... let's double check some of this stuff so we can keep this up. Oh, we can't really. Okay, that one we're fine with. This one... Well, ignore that one. None of these have fingerprints on them. Is there any one example of each of the... Yeah, I don't know if there's meant to be duplicate names or not. I'm a bit confused. This is the hilly one, not pointy. This one. Clean the glassware. This is the same as this, but then this is the same as that. That is definitely the same fingerprint, and we're implying that that Eugene was pressing both. So is that what the trick is here? I can't tell whether I'm overcomplicating it or undercomplicating it. And then that's you? I think this is going to be wrong. I'm going to put it in because I want to know that I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Okay. 2 or fewer. I just kind of feel like there's not enough information. Like, it's asking me to make some leaps. Like is it... Okay, I guess it's worth checking. Is it just that this is you? Because it's on the whiskey thing. Huh? I definitely have many questions about this. That is identical to your other fingerprint. I mean, people can have similar fingerprints, I guess, but how am I supposed to... And also, but also why... Like, it totally makes sense that Eugene's fingerprint would be on this as the janitor. Why is the janitor wearing... I mean, I guess you don't mean... I guess it's like still a lab assistant, but that's not true because this specifically said lab staff reduced by 1. I feel like things don't quite add up here, but I'm willing to admit that it might just be me not seeing the details. And I don't love this. Feels like if you had some like clear like residue on your finger, I believe it. But like somebody else would have touched the door there, right? When you open the door, that's kind of where you would put your hands. So that's the kind of thing that would totally be a red herring in another case, I think. Okay, we do have a hierarchy tab that we've got to do at some point. I guess we'll do controls. Sure. Oh, and who touched them? Okay, now I'm going back. Now it's asking me this. I'm thinking like, well, because that's that way round, maybe it is. And you were accused of sabotaging, so maybe that's you, and you've sabotaged by like. But you haven't changed which one's which. Like my idea that that's you and you makes more sense, right? Because both hands. Wait. What are you even pointing at? What are you even pointing at? Is that supposed to be something? I thought that was just the colour of the thing. Are we saying that's your stuff then? What's going on with this? I mean, you've got that on your hands. I guess this is like a managerial book, so it's the implication that this is actually... Okay, the thing I'm confused about as well is like whether the manager would even be here, like Tim Spender. Like I can't tell like what level of management you are. So maybe this is Tim Spender's book? But why is Eugene's fingerprint on it? This is definitely the one I've been most confused with so far. Huh. I guess it's like a managerial book. And maybe Eugene's just put it away? Be ready. And have you sabotaged it? So you said you saw it, but maybe that's a lie? And you were accused of drinking. There's been another character that was an alcoholic. Favorite ex-husband, you'll be pleased to hear I'm finally getting sober. As part of the process, I'd like to make amends with you. To that wanking artifact I took in the divorce. I mean, that may or may not be connected at all. Why is there the... Okay, I also don't understand why there is the... Potentially the stuff from the cheese... What's it? Without a fingerprint. Or is that something else? Both hands. Oh, there's something to do with like, yeah, you touching... That's why you're in front of this, because you were touching both, right? Let's do the both hands thing again. You need both hands to complete the circuit. So like the person controlling it is part of the circuit. Why would you not just put a wire between them? High conductivity. Okay, well, so that one I'm pretty sure is... Am I sure of this anymore? I don't know what I'm sure of anymore. Whose fingerprint was this? Marie. Marie wrote this. Jack's fingerprint is on there. So Marie's got the pointy one, you've got the roundy one. Pointy, roundy. Roundy. So yeah, that is you. So okay, I know that one for sure. Definitely confused about this. Looking very similar between the two people. I can't tell whether this is implying... Like, they were clearly both doing something here. You were standing in front of it. Like, my instinct is that these are both you. And then, what do I say, that's you as well? I think this is going to be wrong, though. I may instinct that this is the case, but also that this is going to be wrong. Why would that be the... Okay, this is definitely the most confusing case so far. He might be confident that his fumbling did more than we've been allowed to. Or she could do follow-up testing. Is somebody trying to frame somebody? Okay, why would there be the orange powder on the button without a fingerprint? No idea. Do you have orange powder on you right now? I don't think so. Maybe you've been sharing your crisps with people. Oh, I'm going to put it in, even though I think you're trying to say that Tim Spender did something? Yeah. I mean, is it this? No, it also doesn't fix it. Oh, is it that then? No, okay, I'm getting it so wrong. I'm confused. I'm so confused. What does that mean? Does that mean the orange residue? Then that has to be you, right? And these two fingerprints are... Well, if we take them to be... Oh, I had it the wrong way around. Sorry. Oh, oh, I see. So you were touching this and that, and you touched this earlier for some reason. I still don't love that these are just the same fingerprint, but flipped over. Okay. Were they touching the button at the same time? I'm so lost, even with the information going in. I'm like, what? What is happening? Because Jack knows that you need the connectivity. He's put that label there. So why didn't he press both sides? Events. We're just going to have to go ahead because this is not coming together for me. Some of these team. I don't understand who counts as the... Okay, so I think the language they're going for is that the manager in this case is like higher up. But I don't know if that's true, because then I think that this locker might be ready. It might be Tim Spender. Be ready. Because of the managerial book, but are you the manager? Or but then you say your team. Control your team. Well, okay, I'm gonna say, because he says your team. So it's not his team? But then you could say, like, the problem is, like, let's say I ran a team. I could easily say to somebody in the team, your team, because it's their team as well. It's everybody's team. Worked to something. Okay, we need the words. Worked to reconstruct the. I guess they don't know it's the golden idol, the device. After performing something without something, had his something. After performing something. Oh, yeah, it's Eugene. It's gonna be card revoked or whatever. Eugene. Your surname is Marmot. Oh, Marmot. Had his access card revoked. Yeah. After performing tests without approval. On the day of the board inspection, the something was something to allow something approved. The request was approved. Are those the lab was approved? Because the lab could mean the people. Is approved a word? Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, this is about leaving the door unlocked. The lab was unlocked to allow. I don't understand why everybody else is here. Like, if they're here, why would they not just let them in? To allow Nathan Hoyle. So many things don't add up for me in this one. It's confusing. And Tim Spender to enter. Is that a word? It is. This gave. On the day of the board inspection, the lab was unlocked to allow Nathan Hoyle and Tim Spender to enter. This gave the something to let them in, I'm like just trying to do the thing where I'm not actually looking at the words. So if you're thinking like, just look at the words and you'll see it. I'm trying to figure it out without directly looking. This gave the opportunity to let them in. Doesn't make sense. So what's Eugene doing? I think this is Eugene, because Eugene doesn't have access. Yeah, let's look at the words now. Opportunity, that is a word. To follow them in. Okay, that makes sense. This is a sentence. Okay. When something used something to something the something of the something, it's something and he's something. Caught fire. Is that a caught fire? Okay. Well, so we know this is going to have to be Eugene then. Eugene Marmot used something to enter to of the device. Used the controls? Is that used something to clean? Or used is clean a thing? Or no, they wouldn't be cleaning. He snuck in behind them. Used something to the controls of the device. Use something to Need both hands to complete circuits. So that sounds like it's like an intentional thing that you're supposed to put both hands on everything. Need both hands to complete circuit. That yellow wire, is that there in the pictures? Yes. So it's not that they've rewired it or anything. Use something to something the controls of the device. It malfunctioned or it activated. Activated is a word. I think I'd seen that earlier. Used to touch. Use something to touch. Is that a word? That is a word. Used hands. Both hands. I remember seeing that earlier. I'm so confused about this case. I am so confused. I don't want to... Can I avoid... Oh, it's going to show me the thing. But when did Jack press the button? I don't want to read this yet. I'm not reading it yet. No, we're not going there. We're going back in. Hierarchy, because we haven't done it. Oh gosh, they've got names. Names that weren't in the environment. Corn-based solutions. Curious. Board president. Wait. Oh, is this a separate thing we do later? Oh, okay. We need more information from the other things. I see. Okay. That's like kind of with story 1. I mean, I think you are board president, so I can do that now. I'm going to reveal some more. Okay. All right. That was very confusing. Like, I don't have any motivation for you to sneak in and then press the buttons. I'm still not even sure whose locker this was. Like I think one of the problems I have is it's tricky to know. Like, there's an obvious thing here, which is like, oh, you know, Eugene's fingerprint. I think it's Eugene's fingerprint. Eugene's fingerprint is on this book, and it's in this locker. Therefore, it's Eugene's locker. But that's not a given at all, especially given that Eugene is the person whose job it is to like clean up. And so, like, picking up a book and putting it in somebody's locker would be something they would do. But then also, like, this doesn't feel like... I have no reason to believe that Eugene would have a book like this. And then the be ready on the 18th. Yeah, okay, that is you saying be ready to sneak in. But why? We have no motivation. Like, it feels like there should be some hint at motivation. All right, we'll leave that there. I'm definitely left a bit confused about this one. Yeah, there were like quite a lot of things that... okay, the other thing that I think is like super weird is having 2 fingerprints that... I guess they never wanted me to think like, oh, well, on opposite hands they would have... Because they are similar, right? I think so. How do fingerprints work? But I think you have similar, like, basically flipped over fingerprints on each hand. Is that true? Let's do some research. Are fingerprints on opposite hands similar? Let's have a look. I mean, information on the internet. I mean, So it says, no, the fingerprints on your right hand and left hand are not the same, while the general patterns and characteristics are similar. They are unique. I mean, that doesn't help me. Like, how similar? So then, hold on. In this thing, these were different people, even though you were touching both. Okay, so you were touching there, and you also touched here, but it didn't leave a fingerprint? I guess you eat with your right hand. But then who pressed the button? Did you press the button, or were you pressing the button and you came and did that? Because you're standing next to the thing as well. Why are they all here? I also don't get that. Like, if they're coming to inspect, and they have to leave the door open to let them in, then that would imply that they're not going to be here to let them in. But they're all here. Yep, definitely still lost with this one. Okay. Alright, let's look at the follow. Oh no, we need to also look at the... Oh, it's there as well. I can get to it from the... In fact, I think that's the only way I can get to it. Marie Westlake was hesitant to start testing the newly built device, so when Eugene activated it without permission, he was swiftly banned from the lab. Determined to redeem himself, Eugene followed the opaque world members inside and used the device once more, set himself on fire. To redeem himself? Okay, it was just him. It didn't leave a fingerprint. Okay, hold on. Let me double check another thing. Whose fingerprint was it? It was yours, wasn't it, on the controls? Yeah. Why is that still there? Let's look at this. Hi Nathan, I'm pleased to say we finally got the budget crisis under control. The premises we used for the Emotion Studies project have been renovated and repurposed for more promising ventures. I see you've decided on a team leader for the new project. I just wanted to make it clear that while she and I have had our differences in the past, I agree that she's the right person for the job. She certainly does not share Tessa's penchant for risky and wild spending. Interesting. Tessa's popping up. Tim Spender. Bracket Spender. Spender. Renovated. So is this pre? Because these are those premises, right? Emotion studies. Let's not look at this yet. Emotion studies. Is there some emotional divides? And then there's a bunch of like Harmony Foundation stuff. I assumed that Tess had been sending stuff. Because Tessa's got all the Golden Idol bits. Yeah, I guess Tessa wanted to run the lab. And they're saying, no, we found Marie Westlake can do it. Okay, anyway, we'll leave that there. Sorry, that was quite a long one because I was very confused. I'm sure people can leave some comments explaining some of the things I wasn't connecting. But I think surely we can admit that my confusions aren't completely unreasonable. I don't think. All right, I guess you can let me know that as well. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.